BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a good day. My day was yo, it's hard when you trying to like I don't know. I don't want to say what it is, but I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that support. I appreciate everybody that look out for the channel. I appreciate all of y'all. We're going to start a new thing on the channel. So before we even start, I want to give a salute to everybody that donated to Morning Coffee. Shout out to Jenny Lozano for her donation. Home Team Network Live for his donation. Rio Martinez for his donation. Shout out to him. Donated $10. Shout out to Ra. She donated $10. And today, the person who was actually sponsoring this video, because it was a $20 donation, you want to donate? You want to sponsor a live video where we will put your jump off up periodically through the live stream? Those are $20 donations. Shout out to the Supreme Duncan. Shout out to Straight Baller for his donation. Shout out to James S. He has 2 donations also. Appreciate you, my brothers. Salute to y'all. Y'all help keep the channel going like everybody else also. But, you know, y'all a little bit more because y'all trying a little bit harder to help. I appreciate all of y'all, and that's a whole fact. Okay? What up, Inky? I see Inky in the building. Now the regular shout outs. What's up, Monica Kendra Whitehead? I hope you had a beautiful day. Sincerely, I had a great day myself. I hope yours matched up. What's up, James S? What's J Marvelous? Shab Murder, how you doing? What's up, aka Mr. AKA? I do not. Let's get something out of the way right now. Jimmy was not talking about me for the last couple of years. Jimmy gets on his Instagram. I saw him doing it last year also. And when it gets cold, he talk about Jack Frost, but he's not talking about this Jack Frost. He's talking about like the Santa Claus, how do you say, snowman, Frosty the Snowman Jack Frost. He talk about that Jack Frost. He's not talking about this Jack Frost. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy, be safe out there. Hold on. Jimmy, be safe out there. I'm just saying because they coming for these rappers. We don't know which rappers they coming for, but they keep bringing your name up, and we love you, Jimmy, so stay safe. All right? Who else we got up in here? Slingshot 69. What up, my brother? What up, Tate? What up, James S? What up, Reams World? What up, Satch Boogeyman? E Dogs. How you doing, E Dogs? What up, Shay Lacey? Derek Graham SC. What up, Tyree Lynch? How you doing today? What up, Antonio Rios? What up, Untouchable? 3 times. What up, world famous Peter? How you doing, my brother? Always appreciate you coming through. You already know. Salute. You part of the one of the members of the channel. What's up, E Short, Scipio, Flower Bloom, Steve Corey, Deshaun Ragsdale, Mags Too Rich. How you doing? AKA Mr. AKA says Shadi got ran out of Europe because he was promising 6ix9ine features but did not tell 6ix9ine and took all the money. He did it to the wrong one and he got chased out. Now I'm really interested into knowing who you are, aka Mr. AKA. For everybody that don't know, this isn't something that we're going to be talking about currently, but that's definitely a story that I heard. I don't know how accurate it is, but I did hear that story from extremely reputable sources. So as far as I know, what AKA Mr. AKA said is actually accurate. There were situations that was happening over in Europe, and Shadi was telling people that 6ix9ine was going to do features with them. One particular situation I'll tell y'all about right now, since it just came up in conversation before we move on. There was an artist that 6ix9ine actually did do a feature with, but 6ix9ine did the feature for free. He wasn't charging the gentleman. Shadi went behind 6ix9ine's back, as this is how the story goes. I do not know how accurate this is, but I did get it from an extremely reputable source. Shadi went behind 6ix9ine's back and then got the guy to pay him money. 6ix9ine didn't even know that he got charged for the that the individual that he thought he was doing it because, you know, he messes with those dudes. So he thought he was, like, you know, doing it to hook him up, because remember, before everybody forgets, 6ix9ine has ties out there in Europe. Pardon me, across seas. 6ix9ine has ties because before he blew up big, he was touring out there, so he just knew people. So he went and he did a feature for somebody, and he was doing a feature for free. If y'all remember, just so I could give y'all a real quick refresher, remember when he did the jump off for DJ Academics. Shout out to DJ Academics. Remember when 6ix9ine did the free jump off for Academics? He said it was a birthday gift or something along those lines. Basically, he did that for Homeboy. Shadi still charged him. So there was issues out there with that. At least that's the way the story goes. Anyway, what up, Big John C. Leo? How you doing over there? What's up, Whitney Hunter? Haven't seen you around in a while. What up, DSTN? How you doing? Shout out to my cuz, Dr. Inky. How you doing, Inky? Salute. Who else we got up in here? Tori Mosley, Jay Jones. He says, how your video just start and somebody already disliked it? Shaking my head. The hate is real. I'm just surprised there's only one dislike, to be honest with you. What's up, Mickey NYC? How you doing today? What up, Noble T Patterson Bay? You kind of disappeared for a while too, my brother. Everything is okay. I hope you and your family is good. What up, Buku Bags? Who else we got up in here? The Lazy Eyeball says, hey, BBN. Hope your day was great. Well, my day was pretty good. I hope your day was great, though. You feel me? What up, world famous Peter Mega? Shout out to world famous Peter Mega for the donation. Appreciate you, my brother. He said, let's start off right with a $5 drive. That'd be dope. Let's see who match it. What's up, Chris Panero? Did I say that right? He said, best channel on YouTube. Facts. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Raw Up and Coming Blog News. What's up, my brother? You popping every once in a while. I guess, you know, you got some free time. You know, we appreciate you coming through. Yes, he said Jack is swinging on. We're not going to use the N-word here, so we're not going to let that go through. He said, I don't even know him, but I think he's talking about somebody else, not me. What up, Jessica? How you doing, baby girl? Okay. Who else we got up in here? Home Team Network Live. What up, my brother? What up, JJ Nitro? How you doing? What up, Mark? I'm not gonna even try that. What up, C Graph? Triple A. Is that triple A? Métis Vega, how you doing? Richard Seltzer. Did I say that right? Richard Salters, how you doing? He said he calls Jack Frost the cold weather. Yes, Richard Salters. Thank you very much. He's not talking about me. I do not have any problems with Jim Jones as far as I know. I don't I know I don't have no problems with Jim Jones. I hope he doesn't have any problems. I don't want nobody to have problems with me. So we clear. What up, Terran Herring? Tori Mosley. Who else we got up in here? Free Nuke. Salute. Shout out to Free Nuke. Free to Billies. That's a fact. What up, Mocha? Who else we got up in here? First Class Supreme. What up, First Class? What up, Killer Swag? How you doing? Who else we got up in here? Agent Kuyan. Appreciate you. Awesome girl. Okay. I like the name. Not for nothing. What's up, Tim Mate? Chris Smith. Y'all killing me right now. Everybody talking. Okay, we gonna have to start this in a second. What up, Choo Thomas? Alright, we did enough of this. What up, Mocha? Mocha matched it. Said Mocha with the $5 donation. Appreciate you, baby girl. She said match. Love you, Frost. I love you too. You already know what it is. Okay. What up, Tim Mate with the donation? He said $10 drive. Okay, now we stepping up the game. Tim Mate is trying to get somebody to see if they're gonna match his $10 drive. Let's see what happened. Anyway, let's get to it. P from Jersey, Chris Black. First Class Supreme with the donation. Appreciate you, my brother, joining the $5 drive. He said, BBN, let's continue the $5 drive. Hashtag free Nuke. Appreciate you. That's a whole fact, man. Free all the Billies. So today, just so y'all know, so everybody knows what's on the itinerary today, shout out to Yonkers. So everybody knows what's on the itinerary today. We're going to talk about the actual, the judge's summary of when he sentenced Tekashi 6ix9ine, because I want to break it down for y'all, at least my interpretation of what I literally heard him say, and then I guess we'll also discuss our interpretations of what he said. You have your own views on it. Obviously, I'll have my own views on it, and we'll discuss it. Please, let's make sure that we don't use the N-word in here. Let's treat everybody with respect. Let's try to foster community where we communicate with each other and we don't troll each other, hate each other, or wish violence on each other. Let's pick each other up. That's how it should be done. You feel me? Anyway, what up, HBZ? Just I'm turning pages just so we can be clear. I'm turning pages. I want to make sure. I got a lot of this book right here. Look at this. This is Tekashi. The Tekashi Treyway cases in here. Just so y'all know, Tekashi. If anybody saying it like that, they got it from me. Shout out to them though. Let's go. Now, all of y'all handwriting and analysts, analyzers out there, okay? So you see, way I chose the right, anyway. So whatever. A couple of things I want to say about this before we actually get into it, and that is, one, shout out to Easy Living for me joining the $5 drive. He said, good evening, Frost and BBN fam. Shout out to you. Shout out to Juju Jones matching the $10 drive. Appreciate you, baby. I don't know if Juju is a man or a woman. Cameron's ex name was Juju, so that kind of threw me off. So I'm just gonna say Juju Thomas, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Appreciate you, dude. Shout out to Juju, Juju Thomas. Shout out to the homie. That's a whole fact. Appreciate you. Feel me? The first thing I want to point out is this about the sentencing. The judge explained that a majority of the crimes that I want to explain this before we actually talk about the summary, because I want y'all to understand where I believe. I'm going to tell you what he said, and then we're going to discuss where I believe. What I'm going to tell you where I believe he was coming from with this. Okay, one, I consider Judge Engelmeyer, from what I've seen from him as far as this case is concerned, to be extremely even, fair, and to be one of the judges that actually care about the public and not just care about putting somebody in jail, because it's important that our judges care about the public more than they care about just putting someone in jail. This is extremely important. I kind of get those vibes from Engelmeyer, so shout out to him. Well, we'll see what happens, Inky. We'll see what happens. Inky says Tekashi owed Jack an interview. We'll see what happens. But definitely Engelmeyer, in my opinion, he's much more concerned with the public and the dangers that the public have been in certain situations, and the possible danger that the public could be in because of criminal activity, it seems, than he is with just putting people in jail. Um, just so we could be clear, at least that's the way it came off to me. I could be wrong, but that's the way it came off. He came off to me. A lot of the sentencing that he has done actually has been on the low end of the spectrum, whether anybody's been paying attention or not. Um, the least time he could have gave Shadi was 15, right? That's what he gave him. The least time he could have gave Bat was 20. That's what he gave him. The least time that he could have gave, I forgot who like you could go down the line. Almost every single person got the least time that he could give them by law. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know how it is for anybody that has anybody they know that had to deal with the justice system. You'll go in there and, you know, the judge, you just decide to throw the book at you for some kind of, you know, arbitrary reason. And I just didn't get that vibe from Engelmeyer. So shout out to him. All right. So and also we don't have to hate people for doing their jobs. Just so we could be clear on this. If you just hate a police officer because he's a police officer, you're doing it wrong. You should hate the police officer that's not doing his job right. Hate the police officer that's killing the civilians. Hate the police officer that's shooting at us. Hate the police officer that's abusing their freaking authority. Hate those police officers. You feel me? Don't hate the police officer that's doing his actual job. let's just like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, let's do that. You understand what I'm saying? I just think we can't just hate the police officer or hate the district attorney or hate the judge because they're doing what their actual job is. If your job is to commit crimes, then your job is also not to get caught. Copy? I think you should get a new job personally. But if your job is to commit crimes and then your job is not to get caught, if you actually do get caught, then there's other people who have jobs to hold you responsible for your crimes. That's just the way that it is. So either try not to get caught, or you can do that even one better. Don't commit crimes. With that being said, yeah, don't ride the bandwagon of others. That's a whole fact, Mocha. With that being said, I just want to be extremely transparent with what I was just saying. I want this to be clear. Um, at the sentencing, one of the main things that the judge made sure that he said in court was the people that was involved in Treyway, who he had previously already sentenced, and some of the people that he's going to sentence, a lot of the crimes that they were committed and that they got in trouble for. Shout out to the Grand Concourse, that's a fact. A lot of the crimes that they committed and that they're gonna be doing time for, and that they had to plead to, and got found guilty of, those crimes wouldn't have been there if not for Tekashi. That's what the judge said. The judge said uh, uh, many of these crimes, a majority of these crimes, a lot of these crimes was done in the furtherance of Tekashi's career. I think he actually said that for verbatim, but it was basically in the furtherance of Tekashi's career. They helped him be able to establish his position as the king in New York. They helped go after other rappers who he had beefs with. They helped. It wasn't just security what they were doing. They was doing, how do you say, a proactive security. They was like, oh, for Tekashi it'd be in danger, they'd be like, that guy right there, Tekashi might get in danger because of that guy, and then they'll go after that guy. So the individuals that are actually locked up, they should be pissed off at Tekashi to a degree, because a lot of the crimes in which they did get that they got in trouble for. A lot of the crimes in which they got in trouble for, they actually was crimes that were only committed because of Tekashi, and that's one of the things that the judge let me know. Now I'm gonna read off what the points that he was making. Also, can we hit that like button, please? We got 200 people in here. We could get up to 120, 130 likes. Can we hit that like button? One thing that he wanted to point out is that currently Tekashi had already did 13 months in custody. He said that Tekashi's cooperation was impressive. Real quick, so we could be as transparent as possible. He talked about some other crimes, but I'm going to explain real quick. He said Tekashi's cooperation was impressive. Remember, Tekashi was telling them about crimes that they didn't even know that they needed to know about. One crime in particular, I spoke with somebody. I'm hoping to have them on the show. I spoke with somebody. I'm hoping to have them on the show. They told me one crime in particular they actually didn't commit, and Tekashi lied. So I would love to speak with Tekashi himself, so we can talk about that. That'd be dope. That's something that me and him could talk about. But one of the crimes that Tekashi said that was committed, and that was the crime where Shadi allegedly, because they didn't charge him for this. Remember that. They didn't charge him for the crime. They dropped those charges. The government dropped those charges. And that's the charge where Shadi allegedly fired into the car at the red light in moving traffic. That charge got dropped. Shadi is not currently being held responsible for that crime at all. So just so we could be on point with that specific item. So he said that his cooperation was impressive because Tekashi had been telling them about crimes that they did not even know existed. Tekashi was telling them about crimes that they knew existed, but they didn't even know that Treyway had anything to do with it. So he said Tekashi's cooperation was impressive. He said it was game-changing. He said it was brave. One of the reasons why he said it was game-changing because no one ever that has the type of status or visibility or public position in public and ever snitched or ever cooperated with the government to the extent that Tekashi had cooperated. So it had to be brave because you putting your life on the line and everybody know who you are. Your life is never going to be the same. They said the government shared the assessment that it was impressive, game changing, and brave. This is what the judge is saying when he's speaking. The judge also says he cannot give him time served. Before he even went through his whole entire rant, I'm not gonna say rant. Before he broke it down, what he was gonna get, he immediately let Tekashi know in the beginning because he did not want to get his hopes up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's some dope shit. As soon as Judge Engelmeyer said that, he said it was brave because it made Tekashi a target for possible murder. Literally, he said it made him a target and his whole entire family to possibly get murdered. You don't think that's brave to do something that might get you and your family possibly murdered? I don't even know what to say. What's this guy's name? Forex Shark. Don't kick him. But I can't really take the shit you saying seriously if you don't think that that's brave. Can't really. It's stupid. I mean, if you say that's not brave, that's stupid. I could go with stupid. I mean, but desperate. I could go with desperate. I'm not calling nobody a hero. It would have been a hero if he didn't get those, if he didn't do some of the stuff that he did that got everybody caught up in whatever the fuck they got caught up in. Now that would be being a hero, just so we could be clear. He's not a hero. Desperate. I could go with desperate DTSN. That's a better way to put it. I could go with desperate. Alright. Desperate. Yeah, desperate. Desperate's good. Alright, so he goes on to say he cannot give him time served. Shout out to Engelmeyer because he could have just left him dangling there for the fucking 20-30 minutes that he was talking. He told him right in the beginning before he even broke down why he gonna give him what he gonna give him. He said, look, man, you ain't gonna get time served. We ain't doing that over here. That would have been dope if he would have said it like that, though. If he would have been right up there with his gavel and everything, and it was like, yo, look, homie, you ain't gonna get time served, man. We ain't doing that over here. That would have been so dope. That would have been so dope, yo. Anyway, he said the reason why he can't give him time served, he said, because your crimes are too severe. Period. He said your crimes are too severe. He said your crimes are too violent. He said they're too sustained over over a period of time, and he said they were too reckless. Now, what you have to understand is he's not just saying the crimes that he was physically involved in. Tekashi was calling people up, sending people places to go do things. When that girl got shot in her foot, Tekashi called up. Tekashi had saw Billy Otto on live talking his shit. You know how Billy Otto talking shit. Y'all all love Billy Otto, right? We all know that. Y'all all love Billy Otto. It's a shame that his IG something keep happening to his IG. Y'all all love Billy Otto. Anyway, so Billy Otto was talking his shit, and when he was doing whatever he was doing, Tekashi saw him on IG. Tekashi calls up Shadi, tells Shadi to take care of it. Shadi does what Shadi's job is, to basically keep Tekashi happy to a degree. You feel what I'm saying? So Shadi sends some people over there, allegedly, and when he sends some people over there, there's a shootout. A shooting happens. At the shooting, a woman gets shot in the foot. That's the woman that went to court and was telling the judge telling the court how she had to quit her job and everything else. So we can't give you time served and you sending people to shoot at people. And that's not just the only time. Because the alleged Trippie Redd shooting was Tekashi sending people to shoot at people. The thing that happened on the W building was Tekashi sending people to shoot at people. You feel what I'm saying? So we can't give you time served. So yeah, for everybody that's pissed off that Tekashi is getting less time and those other guys got all that time, you got a foot to stand on. It makes like I can see where you're coming from. It makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? You have a right to be upset and want different. I'm not saying I don't got a dog in this fight. I'm not saying what about what, but what I am saying is that your anger in that situation makes really good sense. Shout out to Paul Hicks for the God dang it. Shout out to the donation. Y'all gotta send me a name. Like, so when I say your name on when I say your name, put your name when you Cash App money. Put your name so I don't say your real name by accident, so I can give you your shout out. You feel me? Let's do that. Appreciate you, sir. That's a whole fact. With the donation to the Cash App. Appreciate you. People don't donate to the Cash App no more. I don't know why. I think they think they're not going to get the shout out. You got to get the shout out, man. Anyway, hold on, let me look at some comments real quick before we go too much further. Mark says, wait, go a little bit further back. Famous Peter says, Jack, did the government make any offer to Tekashi once he is out to provide him with any extra security besides his own? No, the government isn't giving him any security besides his own. He's going to have to furnish his own security because they did offer it, but he denied it. As far as that's how the story goes. Anyway, Mark says, all your favorite rappers would not do 47 years. Not condoning stenches, but don't act like these entertainers would do 47 years. To keep it real, let's keep it a buck. One, it would have been 37 years because they knocked off 10 because they dropped one of the charges because it was proven that 6ix9ine didn't put the gun inside of his house that was found inside of his house. So now the charge is actually for would have been 37 years. That's one. Two, yes, I don't think any rappers is doing that, but also remember, Boozy was about to get ready to get that needle. Boozy was going against the needle. So we can't say no rapper would do that. I just don't really consider Boozy a rapper. Boozy is more like a little Duval. He a vibe. You understand what I'm saying? That's why his music don't sell, but everybody's on his IG. Little Boozy a vibe. Yeah, salute the little Boozy. That's a whole fact. Salute to C Murder too. I want to read at least one more of these, a couple more real quick. That's common sense says that's why you say you have to choose between the industry and the streets. Can't do both or you lose everything. I'm gonna agree with that. Realist Westbrook says BBN, what if we could get the feds to snitch on the feds like they got Tekashi to snitch on N.O.R.E? Much love and respect. I don't know how you gonna get that to happen, but you know, whatever. Shout out to King of New York. King of New York says Shadi made his own movie, meeting the guy, making him a blood, getting him famous with Gummo video. then backing him down and doing all the dirty work for 6ix9ine, then getting stitched on by him. Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good movie, not for nothing. Max B is out here too. Max B shit fire. Yeah, dope man. Salute to Max B too. Also, I want to say this. The court, the court literally conceded that 6ix9ine would not have gotten big like he did without Gummo. The courts also conceded that Gummo wouldn't have looked the way that he did aesthetically if not for Shadi. So an argument could be made that Shadi was a big part of making Tekashi Tekashi. You feel me? I'm just telling you what happened in court. Yeah, y'all can take it however y'all want to take it. Uh, did you write? Did you put your name? Just for just cause, appreciate you. Shout out to Banks for the donation, appreciate you. That's a whole fact. And the other day Cruz donated. Shout out to Cruz also. If you donate through the Cash App, you're gonna get your shout out, man. Um, let's see. Let's get this back together. Not sure when CIA Chris is going to court. I'm gonna be there. All right, so let's appreciate you too, Felice Cortez. I appreciate all of y'all. That's a whole fact, yo. I love doing this. I got some stuff that I want to do in the future. I hope everybody stick around for it. Shadi and 6ix9ine was a good team. I agree with you. Supreme Duncan says Shadi and 6ix9ine was a good team. I agree with you. Somebody could throw my Cash App back up there, please. I think P from Jersey's asking for it. Said it's a shame the BS happened. That team will never be together again. I think that if they could have, did something to prevent themselves from going to jail, like not did crimes, I think that they would have been running shit as far as social media goes. They was building a impregnable social media fortress. They was doing a lot of things over there that was just winning in this day and age. You feel me? Real talk. Yeah, they was doing some good stuff, and the judge and the court conceded that Tekashi 6ix9ine wouldn't have turned into the Tekashi 6ix9ine that we knew if not for the Gummo video. And at the same time, they also conceded that the Gummo video wouldn't have been the Gummo video without Shadi getting all of them guys together and creating that vibe. So the courts is saying that Tekashi actually do owe some of his fame to the gang. Said this shit in court, man. I can't wait for the transcripts to drop. I'm not trying to take nothing away from Tekashi. I really am not. Just telling you what they said in court. Forced the judge anyone make recommendation in terms of parole. He's gonna get 5 years parole or something like that. All right, come on, let's get back to it. Not all the fault of the co-defendants. The judge literally said in court that it's not all the fault of the co-defendants. The judge literally in court said that Tekashi 6ix9ine had a lot to do with his co-defendants getting arrested. That's what the judge said in court. Ingumaya said that Tekashi 6ix9ine had played a big part in them getting arrested and the crimes specifically that were committed. One of the things the judge actually said is probably a little bit later in these notes also. One of the things the judge actually said is that one of the things the judge actually said was this. The judge said 9 Trey was on the radar already for the FBI, right? But what happened was the crimes that they were committing after Tekashi got involved with them, they had not ever committed before. N.O.R.E wasn't running around shooting recklessly in the street at rappers. They weren't doing that. You got to understand, these dudes, the real reason why N.O.R.E got as much attention as they started to get, because you see, when they doing a drug operation, they'll let a drug operation sit around for 4, 5, 6 years. They will. The feds will let a drug operation. I'm not talking about the judge right now. I'm not talking about the DA right now. I'm talking about the feds, the guys that actually do who we gonna go after, set up the traps and all that. They'll let drug dealers and whoever stay out here in the world dealing drugs 5, 6, 7 years while they putting their case together. They'll let the drugs stay in the hood, everything, while they putting their case together. But they can't let you stay out if you busy shooting up the block and innocent civilians is getting hit. They can't do that. So the actual fact that Tekashi was by note of the by way of the judge is saying this, the court is saying this, that Tekashi was sending people to shoot at people, that made it so they had to push their timetables up, period. Because we can't have these dudes running around the street shooting up the block. They shot downtown in Times Square. Who in the hell shoots at Times Square? We have terrorist attacks, right? That don't happen in Times Square. I'm going to say that again. We have terrorist attacks that don't happen in Times Square. Who in the hell shoots down in Times Square? Not only did they shoot in Times Square, but they also went down there and robbed somebody. A whole nother time. I think they shot down in Times Square twice, though. Yes, they shot up the W in Union. Come on, man. What's going on over here? Which terrorist attack was in Times Square? I'm not saying, but okay, there was a terrorist attack in Times Square. But the point in which I'm making is some of the most dangerous people on the earth don't go and want smoke down in Times Square, and these dudes is bringing smoke to Times Square every 5 minutes. That's the point I'm trying to make. Urban Insight said, I said this. Tekashi didn't push drugs, but he damn sure pushed guns. And he said, my comment got ignored. Dude, I didn't see a comment. Because the other day, you were saying some weirdo shit. So my brain probably just turned off from seeing your name. I'll try to make sure I pay a little bit closer attention to your comment, okay, Mr. Urban Insight? But you do know, right now, we have 255 people in here. And I don't read every single comment every single time. So don't take it personal. Times Square got more than police. Times Square got the army. They got military down there. I don't know what military unit. I don't know what arm of the military, but they got military down there. Who the hell shoots up Times Square, yo? It's crazy. Anyway, he says he was a central figure in vicious and ruthless gang. Okay, so basically what the judge was saying is that Tekashi was pumping money into the gang. That's how they were getting their money through Tekashi. So realistically, we're not doing the F word. Please, if you can't speak, I don't care if you don't like the dude. I don't care who you don't like, but could we not use profanity, curse people out, tell people off? Could we, use our inside voice? Um, he said Tekashi was the central figure in the gang, so he was the guy that was making all the money. So those dudes was ready to do whatever for him. So his crimes, a lot of the crimes, he even said the Snow Billy situation. Snow Billy basically got shot because of the Tekashi situation. This is what the judge said. I can't wait for the transcripts to drop. Snow Billy got shot because of Tekashi. Because he tried to kidnap Tekashi. And they said, yo, we gonna get you up out of here. But but what they're saying is they're doing it under the guise of Snow Billy actually did do some other shit. But the reason why Snow Billy wanted to get those other guys out the way so he could also get at Tekashi, I guess that's what the government is saying. But the judge said Snow Billy basically got shot because of Tekashi. If Tekashi wasn't in the equation, the things that happened wouldn't have happened, and Snow Billy wouldn't have got shot in the neck. Also, the judge makes sure that every time he says Snow Billy got shot, he keeps pointing out it was the neck. Because you know how Snow Billy loves to tell people he was shot in the head twice. No, it was the neck. Not that that's also not a bad way you get shot in the neck and die. Could we all get some bags for Mr. Skills Top Game? Could we get bags for homeboy? Could y'all throw some bags up for Skills Top Game? Yeah, getting shot in the neck is crazy. Can we get some bags for dude? Everybody, throw some bags up for homeboy. Hit him dead in the face. You know that's what y'all doing when y'all throw the bags up, right? Y'all hitting him dead in the face as he's getting thrown out the crib. Hit him dead in the face with them bags, yo. Don't come in here with that. We're not doing that, alright? And then he started listing the crimes that 6ix9ine had, 6ix9ine's actions had something to do with. You start listing the crimes. I'm looking at the bags. I like when y'all throw the bags up. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm looking at the bags. Anyway, he said in November 2017, he talked about the situation that Harv and Shadi went to some building, pulled up, jumped out the whip, went upstairs, and Harv punched Trippie Redd in the face. Oh man. Oh man. He was talking about how Harv went and punched Trippie. Yo, I'm telling you, man, these non-trade dudes were scared everybody. Scared a lot of people, man. I'm letting you know right now. Scaring a lot of people. Real talk. Like, dudes was shitting themselves. Oh man, Supreme Duncan says Snow Billy got shot because of his greed and his own criminal agenda. I don't agree that 6ix9ine did anything in that situation. I'm telling you what the judge said, Supreme. I'm not saying that 6ix9ine. I don't know if I'm not saying 6ix9ine sent any word out. I'm just telling you what the judge said. Stephen Hub said, "Love you, Frost, for all your devoted journalism and work you're putting in on this, sir. Appreciate you." Yes, Harv punches everybody. Harv was busy telling Shadi, the dude that's running around the street shooting everything up. That's what Shadi is doing, right? Harv told him. Harv told Shadi, yo, Harv is a beast, yo. Harv told Shadi, yo, you can't pick and choose when you want to be gangster. Harv just want to bang on everything. That's the way they made Harv seem in court. I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true this is. I'm not laughing. I don't think none of these dudes being locked up is funny. I don't think anybody that got hurt in these situations is funny. But the way they made Harv seem like Harv is the boogeyman. Like Harv just show up like he John Wick. Like he on go. That's how they made him sound, yo. Anyway, so Harv and Shadi pulled up to where Trippie Redd was, went inside the building, went to wherever Trippie Redd was, and Harv punched him in the mouth. Bang! And they left. Anyway, They also talking about it happened in November 2017. They also saying in November 2017, that's when Frenchie BSM van got the 5 bullets in it, and that's because he was like helping out Trippie Redd or whatever the case was. Um, Also on April 3rd, I think it said April 3rd. It's April 2018 when the Rap-A-Lot artist was robbed and the goods found the goods and the guns in 6ix9ine's house. These are all the stuff that they saying would not have happened if not for 6ix9ine, by the way. Also, they said it was something happening April 21st. Shadi was shooting in public. I believe that was the situation where some dude, where they was like, yo, F6ix9ine. Some I don't know, some dudes out in the street was like F6ix9ine, and Shadi pulled out the get out of here. Yo, I'm laughing at this shit. I am not laughing that these dudes is locked up. But I'm just saying, if the shit that these dudes was doing, like, this is real movie television stuff. 6ix9ine and Shadi and them is somewhere. Some dudes pull up, say F6ix9ine. Shadi like, what you talking about? Pull out the hammer, bang, hit the dude with the hammer. That's what they said. He slapped him with the hammer. He pulled the hammer out and he slapped him. Something along those lines. Then they jumped in the car and drove off. Then the dudes followed them, and that's when Shadi jumped out the whip because the garbage truck was there. I'm gonna say this much right now, and this is a whole stack. I don't know if Shadi really did whatever with Sarah or whatever, but this is a whole stack. From what I hear, these dudes had a team. Like, these dudes was the Avengers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you take these dudes and then you outnumber them, but this is just how Bloods is supposed to be in the first place, just so we can get this clear. Go ask the originals. When one blood is supposed to be for 10 men. Like, this is a fact. This is all real talk. I'm not lying. One blood is supposed to be for like 10 men. So whenever you got like 2-3 bloods together, they supposed to be able to take on, you know what I'm saying, 10-15 people. You understand what I'm saying? Come out on top. You understand what I'm saying? Just so we can be clear on this. Anyway, just so we could be clear on this. Shout out to Death of the Cloud Chaser. I'm just telling you, yo. Because, yo, hold on. We're going to go up a little bit. Okay, I'll tell y'all about a whole different situation real quick. Spartan. Shout out to the Spartans. Shout out to, I got so many names in my head right now, and I was about to tell y'all a story. Shout out to Wildcat. Go check out the Wildcat channel. Shout out to CK. Shout out to Killer Kev. Shout out to Mel Cross. Go check out their channels also. You feel me? That's a whole fact. When they talk about the situation that happened in Florida, hold on, before I go any further, I'm going to tell you about the situation that happened in Florida. This is the situation that happened in Florida. They're down in Florida. This is when Tekashi is first getting big. There was a situation with a dude named Pac-Man down there. I'm not sure. I don't know about the whole situation, so I'm not going to get into that. But they was at a show. They was at one of the festivals. I forgot the name of the festival, but they was at a festival. Fight breaks out. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of different things, but a fight breaks out. So it's just these dudes and security and everybody else going at them, and these dudes is down there scrapping, way outnumbered. There's even a situation. There's even a situation where they say some dude walked up to Harv and hit him with a 2x4, and then Harv beat the guy up, took the 2x4 from him, and started hitting him with the 2x4. Like, what in the hell? Like what kind of, like real talk. Like, some of the stories I heard is straight out of cinema. This shit don't make no sense. These dudes come from Brooklyn, yo. Some bloods from Brooklyn, yo. You feel me? They was really going hard. I'm telling you right now, I don't care what nobody said. It was a lot of people scared of these dudes, yo. I don't care what you say. You cannot tell me no different. I'm just telling you what it was. A lot of dudes were scared of these guys, man. These dudes was going wherever it was, and they was on go. A lot of dudes were scared of these guys. I'm just telling you. A lot of these so-called tough guys, they ain't want no smoke with these dudes. I'm just telling you. Anyway, so shout out to them. Shout out to the so-called tough guys too, because I'm not mad at y'all either. Then April 21st. Remember, these are all the crimes that they saying that Treyway would not have committed if not for it was in furtherance of Tekashi's career, or it was directly crimes that he sent them to go do. Remember this. So anyway, so there was a situation in April 21st at the Barclays. Everybody know about that. I missed a couple of dates, but there was the Chief Keef shooting. For everybody that don't know about the Barclays shooting, I'll tell y'all what happened at the Barclays. Real quick, might have some people in here that don't know what happened. Basically, Tekashi was supposed to perform. Tekashi was supposed to perform, come out with Adrian Broner, I believe it. Adrian Broner was fighting that night. So Tekashi was supposed to come out with Adrian Broner. What happened was Casanova was in the building. Casanova was with like 100 dudes. Well, if you look at the videotape, he was with about 30 or 40 guys, man. And like I said, Treyway was there. Right? Shadi and them, they was there with like 7, 8 guys. So these dudes was with like 40, 50 guys, and they came with, 30, 40 guys. I don't know how guys, it was a lot of guys. So they caught them at getting out off like in one of the lower levels or wherever. I don't know. But it was like they had to take an elevator. So they caught them and they came out and they tried to rush them. So when they tried to rush them, that's when the way the story goes, Full Banger had it on him. So Full Banger pull it out, shoot in the air, bang, bang. So that's when that backed them up off of them. You feel me? So that's the situation that happened at Barclays. Then there was a Chief Keef shooting when he promised Kuda B 20,000, but Kuda B didn't actually do the shooting. Kuda B went and got somebody else to do the shooting. I don't know why that guy never got arrested. I guess Kuda B didn't snitch. Shout out to Kuda. Anyway, so the W Hotel, Kuda only got paid $10K for that. I'm gonna tell you what pisses me off. Kuda B and his family was still living in the projects, I believe. The next rapper that gets involved with some kind of gang, stop paying the gang. You know what you're gonna do? I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. You got people inside of that gang, right? They got mothers and sisters and everything else, right? Why don't you open up a damn establishment, a freaking store where they could go cook and sell food? Open up a couple of businesses for the members of the gang's family. Try doing that. Try fucking going buying a supermarket and employing some people. Why don't we try doing that? Why don't we go, I don't know, get a couple of Golden Crusts or something and employ some of these people's families? Why don't we try doing that? You feel me? Next one of y'all rappers that get involved with a gang and y'all gonna do it, some of y'all might be actually already in the gang. Open up a couple of the businesses. You feel me? You open up a couple of businesses. You put your lawyer in charge of the monies. I'm just telling you. You put your lawyers in charge of the money, but you open up a couple of businesses. Do that. Stop trying to. You got a rapper. We gonna figure out a way to go get a. We gonna figure out a way to go sell some drugs. No, you got a rapper. Don't make clean money dirty. Don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? You got rappers. Then you already have a source of clean money. Don't make clean money dirty. Anyway, yeah, you could open up some kind of business and you might have 4 or 5 different guys in the gang that all got wives and mothers and everybody that could go and cook. You could open up some kitchens or something. You know what I'm saying? Some restaurants or something. Do something productive with the money. What are y'all doing out here? You already a rapper. What you trying to do is figure out how to move weight. Why? Why? You think if Tekashi, let me break it down to you like this. Let's say Tekashi, right? They didn't do all of this foolishness. Tekashi opens up a couple of freaking, I don't know, West Indian stores in Brooklyn, right? West Indian kitchens or restaurants in Brooklyn, and put his name on it so people know that it's Tekashi's spot. You don't think that those spots is going to get, all the little kids is going to be going in. You know how much money you going to make? All the little kids is gonna be going. All the little kids is gonna be going to freaking to Tekashi's restaurant. What the hell? I mean, I don't know. Y'all do what y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Don't pay me no mind. What do I know? What do I know? Anyway, then they said Viliato was live streaming. 6ix9ine asked Shadi asked Shadi why he had someone shot in Smurf Village. Okay, Viliato was live streaming. 6ix9ine asked Shadi why. Shadi had somebody go down to Smurf Village. There was a shootout. Then there was an innocent bystander that was hit. The next thing was the judge literally said Snow Billy, confronted by Jones, causes 6ix9ine. Young ends up shooting Snow. Shout out to Troy Boyd for the donation. Appreciate you, my brother. You the man. Keeping that $10 drive going. Appreciate you. Then they said on July 22nd, they got the assault rifle. That's after the kidnapping. They got the assault rifle, and they also put $50K on Harv's head. That's what the court is saying that Tekashi did. For everybody that don't know, after this is the allegations that is out there. I don't know how accurate this is. Harv is saying that this is not true, and the reason why Harv is saying this is not true because Harv was still in the hood. Nobody did nothing to him. But to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if they just didn't do nothing to Harv because they was scared. I'm laughing and shit, but I mean, I've heard a couple of stories about these guys. People just might have been scared, or it might have just been, the respect that they have for Harv also. You understand what I'm saying? They just had so much respect for him, and other people was just scared. So it was just like, $50K, that ain't enough. I can't move all of my family out the hood for that much. I'm not doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we gonna have to move to the Maldives. And I don't know what I'm just saying stuff at this point. But yep, could open up an ice cream parlor, a candy shop. There's tons of things you could open up. That's a whole fact. So let's count real quick. So basically, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I want to read that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are 10 crimes. 10 crimes, right? Shootings and everything else that are directly a cause of Tekashi is what the court said. What up, Inner City? We know who Individual 1 is. What are you talking about? They already told you who Individual 1 was. Individual 1 was the one that said super violate, right? That was Jim Jones. Anyway, you just wanted me to say Jim Jones' name, didn't you? Oh, then they moved on. He talked about he talked about the letter from the Rap-A-Lot employees. First of all, remember I told y'all. Hold on. One thing, real quick. This video right here is being sponsored by Supreme Dunkin'. This morning on Morning Coffee, he donated the largest sum at one time on Morning Coffee. It has to be $10 and up. He donated 20 on Morning Coffee, and so therefore he is sponsoring this video. Shout out to Supreme Dunkin'. You are a true BBN Network subscriber because you're not a member yet. You need to fix that though, but whatever. Anyway, talk about public regarding robbery. Oh, so remember when I told y'all yesterday, I said that letter don't make sense. I told y'all, I said, yo, the judge ain't stupid. He's gonna say, yo, why didn't I get a letter? Why didn't they write a letter for the people who actually did stick them up? And guess what Engelmeyer said? He said the damn same thing I said. Shout out to Judge Engelmeyer. He was like, yo, wait, hold on. So you trying to tell me that they wrote a letter for Tekashi who wasn't even in the building? Appreciate you, PG-12. So they wrote a letter for Tekashi who wasn't even in the building? They scared, they can't sleep, all of this stuff because of Tekashi? But the people who actually did the robbery was actually in the building with them, actually pulled the guns on them, actually took the stuff from them? They don't write no letter up for them? Only for Tekashi? He said the same thing. Stop the damn. This wasn't now. This was earlier when the government was talking. Ask the government. He was like, I don't know, Your Honor. He was stuck. Longyear was stuck. The lead attorney for the government is Longyear. Longyear was stuck. He was just like, I don't know, Your Honor. I don't know, man. Beats me. If he would have said beats me, that would have just been so. I couldn't be a lawyer because I'm just gonna be say because that's how I'm gonna say stuff. I'm like, yo, the lawyers, the judge is gonna be like, yo, why didn't they got? I'm like, I don't know, lawyer. I don't know, judge. Beats me. They're gonna be like, yo, man, you gotta change your demeanor in court, yo. I'm like, yo, look, man, I'm this is that Jack Frost, man. He got me this far. Anyway, talking about from Inner City Press. Yeah, I told y'all he was gonna. Wait, hold on. I told y'all he was gonna say that. Shout out to Engelmeyer. That's a whole fact. I told y'all he was gonna say that. The lawyer didn't want to say they was gold diggers because they was sitting right there. They was in the courtroom. I don't know if they was in the courtroom or not. She lives in the courtroom. Lives in the courtroom. She lives in the city, so she might have been in the courtroom. The other dude, I don't know if he lives here. But yo, that was, I'm telling you, yo, like I told y'all he was gonna say that. Shout out to Engelmeyer. Anyway, he said, talked about the letter from the Rap-A-Lot employees. He talked about the video that 6ix9ine published regarding the robbery. Because remember, the robbery, 6ix9ine recorded it, and then it got published online. These guys was literally walking around like, let's go do some stuff and then record it. I don't know what to tell you. And then he said all of these crimes was for the benefit of 6ix9ine. Then he says before he joined 9 Trey, the crimes had nothing to do with robbing rappers. He wasn't satisfied keeping the beef on the music. 6ix9ine wanted to take it to the streets. The attacks would not have happened if not for 6ix9ine. This is what the judge is saying. I can only ask 6ix9ine if I ever have the opportunity for clarification on some of these matters. But for what we know, this is what the judge is saying. So for anybody that's watching, it's like, yo, Jack Frost is going in on. I'm just being fair. I try my best to call everything down the middle because that's literally what I'm supposed to do. That's what the judge said. The judge said the attacks would not have happened if not for 6ix9ine. And they also have Shadi on tape telling 6ix9ine. I remember hearing this too. Shadi on tape telling 6ix9ine they have to stop the beefing. The beefing has to calm down. Nine Trey was terrorizing the city. It was fair exchange. I'm assuming you saw my video. Mastermind, shout out to Mastermind, salute. He's a BBN member. He said, yo, Tekashi said and showed it himself that he benefited and wanted things done. Yeah, I mean, I can't even argue that. HBZ says, I think 6ix9ine be out sooner than y'all think. In a fancy halfway house, it's mandatory to feds before the date of release. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All Things Poppin' TV says, good, so everybody can stop calling him an innocent kid. The judge is on game. Look, I'm reporting. Look, I don't know what to tell you. This is how I report. I think the judge is 100% accurate. The judge is smarter than me. That's what I'll say. So I have no reason to believe that with the judge even knowing more about the intricacies of these matters, I believe that he has trying to phrase everything appropriately. I think this makes sense. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with everything that he says. He's saying it regarding this, especially in the way that he's breaking it down. He said 6ix9ine instigated the violence. Can't get over on Judge Engelmeyer. Supreme Duncan says you can't get over on Judge Engelmeyer. He's a smart man, book and street smart. Definitely seems that way. He might have been in the streets himself and shit back in the day. Nah, I'm saying he might have been out there like West Side Story back in the day. This was Judge Engelmeyer. He was having dance fights outside and shit. That's what Judge Engelmeyer was doing back in the day. He was in the streets, yo. You know what I'm saying? The Sharks and the Jets. That's what Judge Engelmeyer was doing, so he know about this stuff, yo. He knows about this stuff. I'm telling you. Shout out to Judge Engelmeyer. Judge Engelmeyer was the one dancing on the freaking the fire escape. Nah, he's a white guy. Judge Engelmeyer is white. He was dancing on the. That's why I said West Side Story. He white. Even though West Side Story, well, in the movie, the people who actually played the characters were white, but the characters was actually meant to be Hispanic. So yeah, that was I think one of the sides was Hispanic. The other side could have been Caucasian. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, Judge Engelmeyer was on the fucking. Judge Engelmeyer was on the freaking fire escape like this. Shout out to James S. for the donation. He said, sorry phone died. Hope I didn't miss much. I rewatch later. Keep the drive alive. He said, keep the $5 drive alive. Appreciate y'all. That's a whole fact. Hold on. Let me go. Let me keep going. I'm telling you, yo. They was in school stealing the pennies out the loafers and shit. Judge Engelmeyer used to be in the streets, yo. Try to tell you. Shout out to New York Silver Hacker for the donation. He said, happy holidays, man. Hit the like button. We appreciate you, Frost. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, man. Okay, the Sharks was Puerto Rican. Copy. I tell you, he was out there. Judge Engelmeyer was in them streets, man. He was stealing the pennies out the loafers and shit. Judge Engelmeyer ain't playing. They was ripping the Lee patches. Oh, man, yo. Oh, man, you guys is killing me over here. What did, now I want to go back up and see what Omicron said. Oh, man, you guys is killing me over here. That's a whole fact. I thought for a minute they shut me down. The screen was messed up. I thought they shut me down. Oh man, yo! Shout out to Judge Engelmeyer. Anyway, Where am I at? Oh, shit, I'm over here tearing up, man. Y'all guys is funny as hell. Wait, Otto about what next shot? What are you talking about? Gotta plug this. My battery about to die on the damn computer. That shit was about to pop. Y'all would have been like, yo, where Frost went? Exposing Otto about what next shot? I don't know what you're talking about. For the TV people, he said, you do 10 months out of every year in the feds. I don't think they're going to give him halfway house. He's probably going to get 6 months house arrest. And yeah, but he didn't give him years. He gave him 24 months. He didn't say 2 years. He said 24 months. Understand what I'm saying? Otto wasn't saying he got shot in the head. Snow Billy said he got shot in the head. And when I tell you, every opportunity that Judge Engelmeyer gets to explain, he ain't get shot in the head, he got shot in the neck. He does. That's a whole fact. Every time he gets a chance, every time Snow Billy name come up, he be like, shot in the neck. Somebody else will just randomly say Snow Billy name. Engelmeyer be like, shot in the neck. Make sure you know immediately, shot in the neck. Shot in the neck. He was shot in the neck. That man was not shot in the head. That man was shot in the neck. Let you know every time. Shout out to Shoes in Paris for the donation. Appreciate you. He let him know every time. Every time Snow Billy name come up, he probably be sleeping and shit. His wife be on the phone like it's snowing outside. He doesn't hear snow. Like, shot in the neck, shot in the neck. You be like waking up and shit like, shot in the neck, shot in the neck. That's shout out to Judge Engelmeyer, man. Shout out to you. He was shot in the neck, yo. He was not shot in the head. Stop that lie. Let it die. Let the lie die. He was not shot in the head. He was shot in the neck. Oh, man, yo. Y'all gotta be there, yo. He do that. Every time Snow Billy name come up, he makes sure that he clarifies. Shot in the neck. Not shot in the head. Anyway. He says 6ix9ine instigated the violence. So basically, there's some guys that's locked up in jail right now because of 6ix9ine. I think that's what he was trying to say. He said, not accurate to portray 6ix9ine as a naive young man. This is something he said. Check this out. Check out what he said. He said, you can't pull that same thing twice. He said you cannot pull that same thing twice. Kick from New York said, hey, can you buy me a new snow cone? He's like, shot in neck. What part you don't like, Common Sense? Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to stop laughing. Supreme Duncan said Judge Engelmeyer be watching Snow Billy on IG live, telling his stories, lying to people and exaggerating the facts. He started trolling Snow. He's literally trolling Snow, man. I'm telling you, every time Snow Billy name come up, he makes it known that dude was shot in the neck. It was not the head. Stop lying on these kids. Oh man, yo. Anyway, hold on. Let's get back to what we talk about. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Part of 6ix9ine's part of 6ix9ine's defense is that he was an impressionable youth, right? So he's saying that Treyway is he was an impressionable youth. He got mixed up with some older people. The older people led him down the wrong path. He didn't mean to. He didn't know no better. That was part of his defense, right? Check this out. Judge Engelmeyer said, you're not going to play that in my courtroom. He said, you used that in your last case. I'm telling you. He's like, yo. You used that in your last case. That's what he said. He said the case that happened with the little girl from before, he said you used that back then. He said you can't use that twice. It's the whole fact, yo. He said you can't use that twice. Common Sense says, I asked Common Sense, he said this the part he don't like. I asked Common Sense what it was. He said the part where he says him blaming someone else worked before, not now. He was 17 and didn't have sex with her. The girl admitted she lied about her age. To say that makes it look like he lied. Well, see, this is the thing. Judge Engelmeyer said, you can't use it again because you was already previously in a situation like that. So you should have learned your lesson. You get what I'm saying? Judge ain't having it. That's the whole fact. That's basically what he said. You was previously in a situation like this. You should have learned your lesson. That's basically what he said. Shout out to Engelmeyer. He said, gang did not take advantage of 6ix9ine. No, he said gang did take advantage of 6ix9ine, but that was only part of the story. They were using each other. It was a symbiotic relationship. He said in March 2015. Look, I told you I got notes, yo. I ain't playing. March 2015. March 2015, in a prior arrest, said in his prior crime the same thing. He said the same thing he said in this case. It was some older people that was getting him in trouble. That excuse does not work twice. He said, you're not in trouble for having gangs in your video. Now check this out. Check what Engelmeyer said. Engelmeyer is straight OG. Check what Engelmeyer said. Engelmeyer said, it's nothing illegal about having gang members in your videos. He said there's nothing illegal about rapping about violence. He said everybody does it. He said Bruce Springsteen rapped about killing people. Shout out to Engelmeyer. Yo, could we get some bags? Could we? Because, you know, that's how we clap. Could we get some bags for Engelmeyer, please? We ain't hitting him with his bags. We giving him his bags. You feel me? We letting him come chill in the crib. Yo, he said, there's nothing illegal about rapping about violence. You're not in trouble for that. He said Bruce Springsteen rapped about killing people. He said Bruce Springsteen rapped about killing people. He said there's nothing wrong with that. He said there's a part of our culture that actually, that's part of our culture. FJC. Yo, one love. You work with me at FJC? I used to work at FJC. One love. You work with me at FJC? If so, which facility? He said Bruce Springsteen sung about killing people. He said plenty of artists sing about violence and killing. That's okay. That's okay and not illegal. 161. I never worked in 161 for FJC. He said something about joining Murder Incorporated. They had like a Murder Incorporated thing going. Franklin. Yep, I worked at Franklin. That when it was the women's shelter. Shout out to you. By the way, wait, hold on. Before we go any further, could we just stop? Could we get like a quick commercial break? If we was at Franklin, right? What was the spot they used to put me at all the time? Let's take a quick break. If we was at Franklin, what spot they used to put me at all the time? By the wait, Felice. Wait, that's not. No. Tell me the name. Tell me the name of the room. Tell me the name, cause by the pool table, that's not fair. Because I'm always gonna be by the pool table because I'm always playing pool when I'm not supposed to be. Yo, y'all don't understand. I really just did whatever I wanted to do when I was working there. Yeah, it was by the pool table, but that's not fair because I do whatever I want to do, and yo, ain't I always like happy and everything? I'm a good guy, but I be ready for the smoke. But I'm a good guy, like I'm really. I don't like. Let's leave it alone. I drill floor. They used to have me on the drill floor. Used to be on the drill floor, or in the back where they hired me because I used to get in trouble all the time. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Wait, Felice Cortez, you work with me there too? All right, let's get back to what we talking about. Let's get back to the. Let's get back. That was a cool, real quick break. That was a real quick break. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. That was just a real quick break. Um, that was a real quick break. I used to do whatever I wanted to do though. Fight you over some nah. Don't be lying, nigga. Don't be lying. Now you lying. Now you're lying. So we gonna keep it pushing. First of all, guys ain't even allowed on the second floor. Guys ain't even allowed on the second floor. I wasn't gonna blow your spot up. Guys aren't allowed on the second floor. Whoever that is, just know I used to work in that building. That's it. They don't know nothing. They just know I used to work in that building. That's all. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. Guys ain't even allowed on the second floor. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, joining Murder Incorporated. They said he joined Murder Incorporated, something like that. I don't have the proper context for that, so whatever. Yeah, guys is not allowed on the second floor. I was not Y'all just think I was smashing chicks because everybody was cool with me. I'm telling you, I ain't even getting into this. I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this. Let me get back to my job. How about that? I'm not getting into this. I can't help it if I'm charismatic. I anyway. I don't know. Don't have the slightest idea what happened to Shy. Anyway, non-trade compared to La Costa. Oh, he also compared non-trade to La Costa Nostra. No, I've never ran a train on a female a day in my life. Could we change the conversation? Because we don't talk about women like that in here. If you're gonna say another word disrespecting women, we gonna have to do something with you. They compared the judge compared non-trade to La Costa Nostra. I'm gonna say this again. The judge compared non-trader to Cosa Nostra. You gotta understand, man. These dudes was really tough guys, man. Yeah, he thinks it's funny. He's just gonna get, but I don't want to entertain that. He said like two things that was inaccurate, so he couldn't have known me when I was there. Anyway, um, 6 had already made it by the time that they started participated in the crimes with non-Trey. Carlos Iron Addict, I guess he works out. Iron Addict, shout out to you, Carlos, for the donation. He said, "Frosh flashbacks ends with a bag being thrown." My flashbacks end with a bag being thrown. Nah, I don't like being lied on. That's a whole fact. And I'm a grown man. You don't lie on your dick. So I'm gonna have to kick you. I'm not gonna lie on my dick, and I'm not gonna let you do it neither. That's a whole fact. I don't need that type of. I'm not gonna do it. So peace. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna lie on my. I'm not gonna lie on my Johnson, man. You gotta go. That's it. I gave you enough chances. Anyway, 6ix9ine had already made it. So there was a point where they was trying to make it like 6ix9ine needed to do some of the things that they was doing in order for his career, but the judge was like, "Yo, you already made it. Y'all didn't need to shoot up the place. Y'all didn't need to go running around smacking people." Supreme Duncan, you're right. I told a story about how I used to work and I was playing pool, and that's how he knows that. I know. I know. Um. So 6ix9ine had already made it. So the judge was like, he started participating in the crimes with non-Trey, but there was no reason to do that because he had already made it. He was already part of the gang, and he already was making money in music. He didn't need to participate in any of the crimes. He chose to participate in the crimes, and that's what the judge was saying. The judge also said not buying, joining the gang because of economic situation. Because when 6ix9ine says that he joined the gang, the reason why he joined the gang was because he needed to feed his kids and a whole bunch of other shit. Shout out to Dance Hall Tours for the donation. He said this is for a 6-pack for the landlord. You might be his best friend. Um, he was saying that he joined the gang because he needed to feed his. He had a daughter on the way, or he had a daughter. He needed to make money. His mother, this and this and that. They used to pick up cans and everything like this. But he was like, you were already making money before you joined the gang. For everybody that don't know, when Gummo came out, 6ix9ine was not blood. 6ix9ine didn't become blood until after the money started coming in. At least that's what the judge is saying. That you can't stand in front of me right now and say that the reason why you did these crimes was because you needed to feed your family. Y'all was already making money before you was already big and making money before that. You feel what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about after that though. Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. When Gummo came out, 6ix9ine was not blood. This is what the courts is saying. I'm not saying he was ever blood. Let's just be clear on that. But when Gummo came out, 6ix9ine wasn't blood. He wasn't part of any gang. He wasn't. He was just. He just knew them. After Gummo came out and they started making money, that's when 6ix9ine started incorporating himself into the crimes. What up, Odell? I haven't seen you in a minute, my brother. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a months. So after he started already making money, that's when he started getting involved in the crimes. He wasn't involved in the crimes before they started making money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what the judge is saying. The judge, I believe, the judge was saying, look, you can't use these criminal activities as a way of saying the only reason why you was doing this was because you was trying to, because you know you were struggling. Because when you started doing the criminal activity stuff, you were already making money previously. You already was making money. You didn't need to get involved in the criminal activity in order to feed your family. You was already making a whole bunch of money. You feel me? So that's what the judge was saying. No, stop everything for a second. Who thinks so far the judge is on point? You think the judge is on point? You think the judge is not on point? Who thinks the judge is on point so far? You think the judge is on point? You think the judge is on some bullshit? I want to know. Let's take a quick vote. Real quick vote. And when I'm saying on point, I also mean fair, by the way. Judge cheaper than 10K. Ace Wonder is a really oh man. Fuck with you, Ace Wonder. Puns. Okay, Supreme. I'm saying in general. I'm not saying for any one specific point or any other specific point. I'm saying in general. What up, 180? When he was on overseas, he wasn't making any money. He was not making any money overseas before Gummo dropped. Let's just be clear on that. He was just making enough to eat and shit like that. He wasn't really making no money when he was going overseas. That was the problem. Buku Bag says, seems to me the judge knows what's going on out here. He's in tune and fair. Sounds to me like that also. Not for nothing. Anyway, he said 6ix9ine had already made it by the time he started participating in crimes with N.O.R.E. He already made it. They already had money. He also said not buying, joining the gang because of economic situation. He had already made it by the time he was officially a member. He had already made it by the time he was officially a member. Then it goes on to say daughter's well-being had nothing to do with him joining N.O.R.E. at all. His daughter was already good. Everything was already fine. Then he says cooperation. Oh, his cooperation was extraordinary. He went back to talk about that. And then he said government learned about a lot of crimes directly from 6ix9ine. Then he said 6ix9ine decided to cooperate after the indictment. So just so we could be clear, 6ix9ine, yo, what up, Mel Cross? Shout out to Mel Cross. Yo, everybody join the Cross TV network. Hit that link. Join that channel also. That's the brother. That's a whole fact. Billy Otto is back on IG. Anybody got Billy Otto's IG? Put Billy Otto's IG up. We got Mel Cross in the building. Cross TV network. That's Mel Cross. Supreme Duncan just put Billy Otto's IG up. Definitely appreciate you, Cross. That's a whole fact. Dude, we don't gotta talk every day to still not be there. You feel me? Dancehall, shout out to Dancehall Tours for the donation. He said the judge was not gonna allow him to have a party He had to give him some time to make the illusion of justice was done. But let's be real, 11 months is nothing compared to the mandatory minimum. I'm not arguing any of that. But what I am going to say, right after I just told you what I said with the judge condemning him, the judge said his cooperation was extraordinary. He said the government learned about a lot of crimes directly from 6ix9ine. He says 6ix9ine decided to cooperate after the indictment. He said Jorge had been cooperating against 6ix9ine for months. He said Jorge had been cooperating against 6ix9ine for months. CIA Chris case had nothing to do with 6ix9ine. So he wasn't mentioned to my knowledge. Unless it's somewhere in these notes. And if it is, I'll tell you. Yeah, Jorge was not getting deported. That's a fact. Facts. The judge said 2 people were telling on 6ix9ine and others for a while before 6ix9ine cooperated. Jorge was at the Breakfast Club interview with 6ix9ine. Anyway, Jorge had been cooperating against 6ix9ine for months. If he had not cooperated, the judge believes 9 Trey members would have cooperated against him. That's what the judge said. The transcripts will come out. People will be able to see this for themselves. Full force of the federal courts will be used against anyone that takes an attempt on 6ix9ine's life. The transcripts will be out. Y'all will be able to see it for yourselves. The full force of the federal courts will be used. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Time out. Haven't I been saying this for months? I've been saying this for a long time, right? Yo, you know what they're going to do? When 6ix9ine get out, they're going to watch him. They're going to watch him in hopes that somebody is stupid enough. They're going to watch him in hopes that there's going to be somebody that's going to be stupid enough to go try to make an attempt on his life. And then what's going to happen is that person and everybody that they're dealing with is going to be caught up in a whole new Rico. Didn't I tell y'all that? Jorge is the one who tipped off the 6. Somebody told me that too, and I meant to report that. I forgot why I didn't report it. I think I said it once or twice, and then I left it alone. But Jorge is the one that reported the stuff at the house. So I'm saying this. And I'm just saying this. Look, anybody out there that want to go take whatever against 6ix9ine, you're doing it at your own risk and at the risk of everyone that you deal with on a daily basis. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is this. The individual that actually does something to 6ix9ine, they're going to start checking all of your social media. They're going to start checking all of your phone records. They're going to find out whoever you was talking about trash, talking 6ix9ine about trash with, and that was agreeing with you. And they're gonna, because this is the federal, this is federal. The feds work different than the city. Than the state. And you're gonna get a whole lot of people caught up. If you was talking about going after 6ix9ine with any people that might have the means or the inclination or whatever. Okay, but we're not gonna talk like that, Shimmy Sham, so you're gonna have to change that wording. 6ix9ine live bait. The judge said the full force of the federal courts will be used against anyone that takes an attempt on 6ix9ine's life. So you know what they're gonna do, right? Some people are gonna be getting like 70 months, 700 months. People are gonna be getting like 500 months. They're gonna make sure you done. So hey, whoever decides they want to go do that foolishness, I don't know what to tell you. I'm advising against it. At this point, you're attacking a federal agent. They need 6ix9ine to be able to live out here in the public and not be attacked. They need him to be able to. Shout out to Dancehall Tours. He said, ain't nobody running up on... Shout out to Dancehall Tours for the donation. He said, ain't nobody running up on 6ix9ine. Who do you think will be there? Will be his first feature? I don't know. K. Michelle want to be the first feature, but I don't know. I don't know. They're going to do NASCAR numbers. That's a whole fact. It's a whole fact. Who should change their cell phone playing Mocha? Yo, if Casanova, Two Time, and 6ix9ine did a song, that shit is gonna be lit. Cause they got the same type of energy. That shit is gonna be lit. They might just they might fuck everybody up. Pardon my language, but they might mess everybody up. The whole entire industry. Everybody gonna get messed up. Those two dudes jump on the same track together. Woo! Kick you out again. New York Silver Stacker said Frost got bars and he could do the interview right after. Believe me, people gonna work with 6ix9ine. What are you talking about? He do numbers. He do numbers. Anyway, it goes on. Well, what we got here? We going on 2 hours. We're gonna wrap this up in a minute, but hold on. We not yet. He said, don't they 6ix9ine? He says, Judge believes that 6ix9ine accepts responsibility. 6ix9ine seemed extremely contrite in court. He seemed like he was accepting responsibility. Absolutely. He seems like he definitely seemed he wasn't running away from anything. He was everything that it even looked like he might have been involved in. He was apologizing for. He even said that he was gonna pay that lady's medical expenses, and I think he said something else too, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know he said medical expenses. Um, Judge says the judge said he found the memes funny and he follows the social media community stuff. So shout out to Judge Engelmeyer if he's in here or watches the replay. He's probably asleep. He's old. Making jokes. um. Then he says, the judge said the media saying N.O.R.E was heroes for yo. He was upset because there was a lot of channels that is like mad at 6ix9ine for snitching. So the judge said that the media is saying that N.O.R.E was heroes for selling drugs and killing people, and for giving and they're giving the wrong message because N.O.R.E is not heroes for selling drugs and killing people. Just so we can be clear, I don't have any heroes that sell drugs. If you sell drugs, you are not my hero. I also don't believe in just randomly killing people. So just so we can be clear. Um, I mean, just because you sell drugs, you're not gonna be my enemy neither. Just so we can be clear on that. I don't think I was. I think I was that wasn't clear, but you're not gonna be my enemy neither. Just so we can be clear. He said DJ Academics came up real quick off 6ix9ine wave. I think they helped each other. Anyway, he said he don't think 6ix9ine is gonna get involved in gangs again. He basically said he don't think no gang is gonna want to have any parts of. He said no gang is gonna want to have any parts of 6ix9ine. He's a world famous snitch. He said something like that. Um, he said he's a world famous snitch, and no gang would want to do business with him. I didn't read that, by the way. I was doing it verbatim from what I remember. I was doing it off memory from what I remember. I don't know how old the judge is. I was just making jokes, man. The judge might be like my age. I was just making jokes. He talks about the record deal he will get on the release. The judge literally talked about the record deal that 6ix9ine is supposed to get when he gets released. That you have these YouTube channels talking about the record deal don't exist. I think his baby mama also said the record deal don't exist. I spoke to somebody. I spoke to more than one somebody's. The record deal exists. So I'm just telling you. I ain't say nothing about the drugs not being here forever, by the way. I just told you my position on it. Because there are quite a few YouTube channels that said that the record deal don't exist. His baby mama said at this point, not for nothing, I know a lot, right? Elliot said it himself. But there's still people saying that it don't exist. Remember his baby mama said it's not true. Remember his baby mama said it's not true? At this point, I'm sorry, but I just wouldn't believe anything that came out of her mouth. I'm not trying to bash her. I don't hate her. I don't know her. But I just personally, I mean, I've met her, but I don't know her. I would not believe. I know personally of I don't watch her no more. Like I watched like a couple of videos of hers a long time ago. Like I can't not watch. I cannot watch anything. I could watch zero of what she says. I just can't watch it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Y'all watch what y'all want to watch though. I can't watch anything she says. Y'all watch what y'all want to watch though. That's a whole fact. I'm be itching. Y'all watch what y'all want to watch. I cannot watch her. I could watch zero of her. Zero. Um. Zero. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I can't watch. I did say it first, didn't I? Did I say that first? I think I did hear that. I had context. Somebody told me about that. Okay, you want to know something that a narcissist does? I'm going to tell you something a narcissist does. A narcissist lies even when you know the truth. What's bias, James Wright? Explain to me. Hold on, let's stop everything. What's bias, James Wright? A narcissist will lie to you even though they know that you know they lying to you. If James Wright doesn't tell me what's bias in the next couple of minutes, how is that bias? I have to want to watch every single thing. James Wright, hold on, stop this. We're not kicking him, but I want to explain this logic. So James Wright, what am I allowed to not watch? Listen to that question again. What am I allowed to not watch? Listen to that question again. What am I allowed to not watch? I'm pretty sure you don't even understand what I'm saying to you. do you James right. So I'm just gonna leave it, move on. We're not gonna kick him. Don't bag him. Don't bag him. Don't bag him. Just think about that question. Maybe they hit you in the future. No, you are saying that I'm not allowed. Because I said I don't watch it. You said that's being biased. So that's basically saying that I'm not allowed to not watch it. Because a simple act of me not watching it means that I'm biased. Not that that's not something that doesn't interest me. I don't know why I can't watch her. According to this guy, I think I'm supposed to be watching her right now. Oh man. There's no reason to apologize. You don't gotta apologize for saying something that don't make no damn sense. You don't apologize to me, at least. I'm not the one you insulted. You insulted yourself. Anyway, let's move on. The judge said he's a world famous snitch. Nobody will want to. No gang will want to do business with him. Hey yo, this is my word. You had to be in court when he said this. He was just like he like the way he said it, like the way he said that shit. I laughed, so I laughed pretty hard. So I don't really know how many other people laughed with me, but I think other people were laughing also because I laughed pretty hard. And we in court, we're trying not to laugh. And he was like, he's a world famous snitch. Ain't no gang gonna want to do business with him. I laughed. Oh man, and like I was trying not to laugh. The shit just told me on guard. Oh man. Muggsy Bola, dope. Muggsy Bola TV says Sarah was supposed to be quiet and just do her and raise their kid and move on with her life. You're right. All the outbursts and speaking out, etc., was doing too much. She's just messing herself up, making herself look worse by the minute. And I don't have nothing against her personally, so I don't want to see the train wreck. I don't know what to tell you. I know the other guy thinks I'm supposed to want to watch the train wreck, but I don't. I feel bad for her every time I see her talk in public. She said it out of her own mouth. Supreme Duncan says she said it out of her own mouth. She said she told Oscar to blank her blank in hell. No, he can't get the baby for a couple days. Said he's probably still high from the last time he saw him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk about her. Please just not talk about her. Please just not even talk about her. I don't want to talk about her. I'm not discussing her no more. If y'all keep talking about her in the comment section. Next person to mention her, give him a timeout. Shout out to Dwayne Williams. He ain't been here in a minute. He said, breaking news, Tekashi 6ix9ine moving in with Jack Frost when he gets out. Hell no, he ain't. She's just, I don't know. Oof. Okay. Buku Bags. I just said the next person that mentions her get a timeout, and you mentioned her. Please. I don't want to talk about her. We talked about her enough the other day. I don't want to talk about her. God dang it. He talks about the record deal he will get on release and how rare it is for that to happen. There were people saying that the record deal didn't exist. I told y'all that there was a record deal out there. I don't know if I was the first one, but I know I told y'all. I can't claim being first on that. I don't remember, but I did tell y'all about it. Says his snitching hasn't hurt his ability to have commercial success. Also said, did a test when he said he's going to give him 24 months. and then he's going to give him 5 years of supervised release. And he has to also do 300 hours of community service with a $35,000 fine. The government wasn't pursuing any restitution, but he had $800 to pay immediately. So well, I guess that was some kind of court course or something. Oh man, so that's all I got on that. That's the whole entire summary that the judge gave after the sentencing. I don't even know how that dude look in person. And I'm pretty sure that if he would have saw me, he would have avoided me. So I don't know. Go to his channel. Find out if he chilled up. I think that was all fake anyway. He was just trying to get people to donate him money that he was gonna act like he was gonna act like he was gonna come to New York with, but he was never gonna come to New York. But I don't know. Maybe he came to New York. I don't know. I ain't seen him. I'm there to do my job. I'm not there to do all this other stuff. I'm not there to get into random arguments with people and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't want to see him. I am 100% not the person that you do some weirdo shit to and then I'm cool with you later. I'm not. That's not me. I'm an extremely loyal individual. I don't do dirt to people. So when people do dirt to me, I don't fuck with you. Part of my language. But you do dirt to me, you do me wrong, I don't deal with you. Period. Like, I'm going my way, you go your way. That's it. Muggsy Bola. Dope ass name. Muggsy Bola said I rock with your channel, Jack, because your info be accurate and official, and you don't be biased with your reports. Appreciate you. He said keep doing you, beloved. You putting on for the culture. Real talk. Appreciate you. That's a whole fact. Shout out to Ru Jones. Ru Jones said forced the 6ix9ine get his weight up at least. I really couldn't tell from the angle I saw him at, but at the end of the day, I don't think he needed to gain weight as much as he needed to like tone whatever the hell he had going on up. Um, Common Sense said he offered money and to pay her medical bills, but I think she still wants more. He's gonna have to throw her. Look, pay her medical bills. That's a fact. Um, and you gotta throw her like 100,000, man. She got shot in the foot, yo. But now check this out. But if you would have been opening up businesses all over the place, and she would have been like she can't get work, then you give her $20,000 in a job. I'm gonna say that again. He's gonna pay for her medical, right? But if you already had businesses open, instead of giving her that $100,000 that you might just have to give now to settle out of court, you could have gave her $20,000 in the job. I gotta check into the Troy Ave situation. I don't know if it got moved back or not. I'll be able to answer the question hopefully by tomorrow. I haven't heard nobody reporting on the court case though. John Goodman got kicked immediately. Can we get bags? Can we get bags out here? Can we get bags for Mr. John Goodman? Shout out to Mocha for the donation. Appreciate you. She's keeping the $5 drive alive. She says 6ix9ine is going to Mexico. 6ix9ine staying right here in America. Can we get bags for Mr. John Goodman? And a sandwich. He probably wants one. I only saw one comment from him. He dropped more than one comment? I don't got no admins in here. I have no admins today. So I don't know. Cause he was looks like he was begging for my attention. I was just ignoring him. Shout out to Ra 1911 upgrading to a bag swinger. Appreciate you. Definitely. Yeah, give him a couple of sandwiches and shit. John Goodman, that's the fat dude. Um Supreme Duncan says I give her a job stuffing envelopes for my fan club, answering my email. First ignorant reply to my fans, she lose her job. No, if he oh you stupid. I'm saying if he already had businesses open, like if he owned a movie theater, or if he owned a restaurant, or if he owned I don't know, like own the businesses, like gotta buy businesses. I think the Breakfast Club said they didn't want to give him an interview. When the 6ix9ine case first started, I tuned into your channel because shout out to Muggsy Bowler. When the 6ix9ine first started, I tuned into your channel because I seen you was putting in groundwork and getting accurate info. A lot of other channels was inaccurate with the reports. People, look, I'm not trying to knock nobody, but people do what they do well. Some people they do what they do. They do what they do. I do what I do. I'm not trying to knock nobody. I think because I'm not a hater, sometimes people get me like fucked up. I don't know no other way to say it. Part of my language, but I think because I'm not a hater, sometimes people just get me like totally confused. Real talk. I think people just get me totally confused because I'm not a hater. Because I applaud your success. I'm not threatened by it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not threatened by nobody's success. Shout out to Home Team Network Live Sports for the donation, keeping the $10 drive alive. He said keeping it going. Nice work tonight and this morning, even with the lights off. Did the show with the flashlight, hood style. Can we get some bags for the manager? Get him out of here! Let's go. Yes, the integrity of the chat is very important. That's a fact. Um, yeah, I don't feel intimidated by other people's success. Some people they feel intimidated by other. I'm not. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Your success can't intimidate me because your success is for you. My success is for me. So I should want you to succeed. My success isn't dependent on you failing. You feel me? My success is dependent on how much work I put in. Period. I believe CEO Chris was a bigger rat also. But with the way that the judge broke all of this down, we cannot say that 6ix9ine did not have a important part or a big part in some of the negative things that happened. I think that's what screws people up about me sometimes. A lot of people think I'm like a super happy-go-lucky guy, when in reality, I'm just usually just trying to encourage other people. To be honest with you. I'm usually just trying to be positive and trying to use my positivity to encourage other people. Like, that's it. You feel me? Anyway, yo, look, I love y'all. I want everybody to have a good night. We're gonna call it a wrap. We've been in here 2 hours. Um, we're gonna come back for morning coffee in the morning. We might discuss Tekashi. We might discuss something else. But one of the main things that I do want to do is I want everybody to understand this. We don't have to fit in other people's boxes. Shout out to Richard for the donation. We don't have to fit in other people's boxes. All right? You don't have to. You can decide that you could fit wherever you want to fit. Period. A lot of people never seen real confidence. A lot of people only seen fake confidence. When you see real pure confidence, then you'll be able to recognize it in others, even when they don't even know they have it. Let's encourage. I get made fun of for encouraging people. I get made fun of, and I don't care. I'm not going to stop trying to be encouraging. Because I'm not encouraging people for praise. I'm not encouraging people for people to know I'm trying to encourage people. I'm encouraging people because some people need encouraging. I'm encouraging people because it feels good. I'm encouraging people because I like when people encourage me. Definitely shout out to everybody who donated tonight. Shout out to Azul. Haven't seen you in a minute, Azul. Shout out to Azul. You was in here the other night, but you know. Shout out to Azul for the donation. Appreciate you. Let's give a shout out to world famous Mecca Peter for the donation. Mocha, Tim Mate, First Class Supreme, Easy Living for Me, Juju Jones, Troy Boyd, James S, New York Silver Slacker, Susan Parrish, Carlo Iron Attic, Dancehall Tours, Dancehall Tours, Dancehall Tours, Mocha, Ra 1911, Home Team Network Live Sports, Richard Chaparro, appreciate you for the donation, and Azul, appreciate all of y'all for the donation. Appreciate everybody that's here. Let me hit this button to make sure I can refresh it, just to make sure I don't miss nobody's name. Well, Azul ain't pop up, but I seen him, so I said it. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody for being a part of the BBN membership. We've only had membership for a short amount of time, but I definitely appreciate everybody that's already become members. I appreciate everybody that's part of the BBN gang. Shout out donation. Shout out I appreciate everybody that's bag swingers. And I absolutely appreciate everybody that walk around with bricks in their bags. You guys are all the best. Thank you. Also, shout out to JJ for the donation. I appreciate you. And shout out to Richard again for the donation. You guys are the best. All of y'all. Y'all help keep this channel going. Thank you to everybody that comes into the chat and conducts themselves like freaking grown-ass adults and don't come in here trying to do all types of weird stuff. I don't really care for weirdos. So thank you very much. You guys are the best. If you got anybody still... What up, Border Jump Music? If you got anybody still awake in your household, please give them a hug. Let them know how much you love them. Give them a hug. Let them know how much you love them. Because we don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And also, at the same time, we don't know what that person's been going through that day. They might need that. Shout out to Richard again for the donation. Appreciate you, my brother. They might need that. We don't know what they're going through. You feel me? Makes sense? With that being said, also, don't forget to drink water first thing in the morning. Flush out those kidneys. Water should be the first thing that we drink in the morning. Flush out those kidneys. And with that being said, shout out to HBZ for the donation. Appreciate you, my brother. Through to the Cash App. Appreciate you, my brother. That's a whole fact. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.